What is up? Matt Pride here. We are back working on this Porsche bumper that I've been butchering for the past couple nights. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I just put it out a couple days ago. We're gonna finish this sucker up, so let's jump right back into this. Alright, I have gave it a little bit more room with this bumper. With this lens, it kind of makes it look like it has no arch there, but it actually does. It's like an optical illusion with all this. I don't want to take any more out. If anything, I can build it back up and make it look more round. Believe it or not, it actually looks pretty good, but it is what it is. This side is about the same. And now I can take the bumper off so we can finish repairing the entire front of this thing, fill all the holes, get some regular filler on it, and then some primer. And after primer, it will be the next time this bumper goes back on the car. Alright, so I got some fiberglass spread on the outside here on the holes that were shaving that were left from the Zeus fasteners. I think right now, while this stuff is drying, I want to build the little lip. This needs a lip just how this has a lip. This needs one here too, to help support it. This thing will be driving down the road, probably flapping around. I mean, it actually seems pretty damn stiff, but I'm just going to put one there anyway, just because I think it looks better like that. So let's set it up to, I'm going to put a little piece of cardboard here to give me the lip, and then I'm going to lay some fiberglass in there. When that dries, we're going to pull it off, and I'm going to lay some fiber on the outside. Alright, so I built some lips out of cardboard, and this is like aluminum tape. Works pretty good because it's kind of stiff and holds everything down. So yeah, now I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some resin on here, and then I'm going to cut some fiberglass mat into the amount that I need, and I'm going to try to goop all that stuff in there. I definitely want to, I'm gonna put it on the lamp and see how fast I can get it to dry, because I really have been spending way too much time on this bumper. All right, let's take a look at what we have here. So, as you can see, I built my little thing out of cardboard, and I put a little bit of the aluminum tape on there, just so the fibers don't stick to the cardboard. I jammed my fibers all up in there, and then I coated it with resin and really soaked it with resin, so it should take the shape of this cardboard, and that will give me a little lip to mess with. Kind of tight on time, so I had to put the heat lamp on it. I'm gonna let that run for 10-20 minutes. It should harden it right up, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. Then when it's dry, I'll be able to peel all this cardboard off, and this will be nice and hard. I'll be able to trim it, and then what I'll do is I'll work on putting fiberglass on the outside here. All right, let's let that dry. While that happens, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. All right, this stuff is acting fast. I mean, it's hard. I'm gonna switch the lamp to this side and start peeling off the other side, which feels pretty dry. So I only had that thing set. It's been about 20 minutes. So let's check this thing out. Looks pretty good. All right, cool. We'll start peeling this other side off. And this is kind of what we're left with. See, I peeled the cardboard off a little bit, stayed stuck on there, but we got a nice hard surface. Now, it's only rolled on the inside out, right? And we got to somehow really connect it to this edge. So what I actually like to do is I like to use the pink stuff, the fiberglass, and I'll grind this edge down and grind this area up and actually roll the pink stuff over. Kind of building a new edge, but at least the new edge is grabbing the lip here and the outside of the bumper. So while that side is drying, I'm going to start knocking this out. I'm going to trim this bad boy and then grind it up, prepare it for fiber. All right, we got the fiberglass on the lip. See how I did that? Put the fiberglass mat on the inside, and then we build it up on the outside with fiberglass because it's easier to shape. You can shape it with sandpaper way easier. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna set this thing on the stand so I can start working on the outside while this inside dries. But let's oh man. Dude, it has not been this nice outside in a long time. I can't believe it's still February, it's still winter. So we're gonna work with the doors up in the winter today. How cool is that? Alright, we got some body filler on here. Finally, it's not in the prettiest shape. I mean, it's, I know I got the doors open, but it's still kind of cold out, so that filler was really hard to move around on here. But it looks really good. We got the back of our lip looking really nice. So this filler is a lot thicker, and it's just used to fill the majority of my issues, so it always goes on really tough. All that sanding almost to an end. It looks pretty good. Bodywork is still like a little rough. I finished it in 180 the best I can. Before I go any farther with it, I actually want to shoot sprayable body filler or polyester primer on here. I just want to build it up. Could use a coat of skim coat, but I think what I'm going to do is apply the polyester filler to it all first, and then I will block it down and then apply skim coat to it afterwards, and then finish it off with some urethane primer. I just kind of want to see where the bodywork is at, and polyester filler sometimes is all you need after this. It'll really hold all this bodywork down and really seal it down. So that's kind of what I want to do. Let's get it put into the booth. I want to scuff a couple of little things on it, then we can shoot this sucker. And maybe if we have time, it is almost 12 o'clock, maybe if we have time we can fit it on the car and take a look at it. Alright, we got it set up, cleaned off and everything. go check this bumper out. All right, now that looks pretty good. So the kind of primer I have on here is a polyester primer. It's more considered a sprayable body filler. And we just had a lot of different surfaces on here. We had body filler, we had a little bit of fiberall on here, we had fiberglass, and I kind of just wanted to spray something on it that would just tie it all together. This isn't the final step. I'm gonna like block this down, and then I'm gonna put a top coat on it, and then put a regular urethane primer. But this gives us an idea of what it looks like. It has a couple imperfections here and there, pinholes and stuff. Normal stuff you'd see in fiberglass. I don't know, let's take this sucker off and slide it on there. That's what I want to do. All right. Can't wait to see what this thing looks like. One color and uniform. You can see in here how the lip turned out from the inside. Big chunk of whatever there. But it looks pretty good. Fits in there really well. You can see our seams. You can see how we really butchered this thing. All right, let me set this camera up, and we'll take some. We'll get some final shots of it. And there we go. Look at it, all one color. Looks really good. I hope my camera's focused. I like it. It's a little short, you know, here nose for a Porsche. Porsches usually come out like really far, but the problem is I'd have to lengthen it, you know? I'd have to lengthen the side to come out farther, so it doesn't look bad for that little stubby look. I think it looks really good, but fits the wheels really good. I think, especially on this side where we got the wheel spacers, we were testing out some offset. I mean, that right there looks like a meaty looking Porsche. So, and these look really good. Gives it a lot of structure. I mean, that thing's gonna be solid. So yeah, overall, man, I am pretty happy with it, man. That looks really good, especially with this offset, plenty of room. And there's enough to trim. Like, we actually might have to trim just to get more wheel clearance. I mean, you should see the wheels the guy has that he's having built for this. It's pretty gnarly. So, but I'm pretty pumped, man. I'm pretty pumped. Now, like I said, this isn't the last step. This bumper is definitely gonna need skim coat over it and block down, then put in like a urethane primer. That'd be the next step, but that doesn't even take that long. And then I guess we're ready for paint, right? No, we're not ready for paint because I have one more part. It's been hanging out in the background. I don't know if you guys noticed it yet, but yeah, we finally got a trunk that fits. Now, of course, you see it's more race car parts, and you know how we do. We got it damaged so we can get it somewhat cheaper. But it is a real deal trunk. As you can see, the carbon fiber that's in it, it's a really quality piece. And it looks so much better. If you watch my last videos, we actually got a trunk and it was the wrong one. In fact, it's right here. You know, yeah, we have another couple $1,000 trunk chilling. But no, this trunk is actually for the car. And you know what? I don't know, let's try it on and take a look at it. It'll only take a quick second. Hold on, let's blow it off and put it on. We got our bumper and we got our ginormous wing, whale tail, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So we finally got one that is the right ear and it fits pretty good. It's not bolted down. I just set it on there. I just set it on the latch actually, but it will definitely work. And of course, no one's going to bring me a part that's clean and doesn't need any work. So, you know, I got to fix that. Anyways, this thing is like somewhat functional. I mean, you can adjust for downforce back there. I know an oil cooler sits right here. And if you look in here, this is a duct that I don't know, pulls air off the side of the car. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, and of course, I make the decision that I want to paint this car no matter what. I was tired of waiting on parts, and what happened? The front bumper fell in my lap, and then the trunk falls in my lap like a week later. So it is what it is. So maybe one more video and we'll be able to paint. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, gotta repair this and fit it up, make sure all the gaps work for us. I got to take the bumper, you know, block it down, skim coat it, last coat of primer, prime this, and I think we'll be ready to paint this thing. I'm gonna be blowing the dust off of this thing for days. I mean, it's collected so much dust. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I do stuff like this every single week. The past couple weeks I've been able to put 2 videos a week, which is a pain. I'm gonna try to keep it up. But yeah, hit me with a comment, like, all that other crap. Do that little bell so you see my videos pop up out of nowhere. I try to drop them every Monday, but it's been every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. Yeah, go work on something. I'll see you next week.